Hey guys, Joebizz34 back again, and of course I'm still doing the Star Wars theme. Got another figure to review finally, and I paused it right there, Episode 4, A New Hope, for a reason, because this is a figure that represents the a character from the original movie, and that is the very lovely Sideshow's Tusken Raider. Now, like I explained yesterday when I did my Bespin Hot Toys Luke figure review video, I was late to the table with both of these figures because of the hurricane, and because with this guy here, I actually received him about a week before Luke, so I could have done this review a week and a half to 2 weeks ago. But what happened was Sideshow had sent me one with missing straps on the chest, the bandoliers. So I put in a complaint, not a complaint, but I opened a case and I called them and let them know, and they told me to send them a pic, and then boom. A couple weeks later, the bandoliers arrive, and also delayed by UPS because of the storm. So not only did I have to wait for the bandoliers, but I ended up waiting a few days longer because of the slowness of the delivery due to the weather, the road conditions, and stuff around the area after the storm. So I got the bandoliers last night, delivered after I did the review of Luke. So as promised, here is a video of him now. So, first off, I'm going to say, okay, I had two impressions of this figure, okay? This is the strangest Sideshow figure, a Star Wars, I should say, Sideshow figure I've ever seen. Because, I'll tell you why. Because in the box, when you first take them out, it's unimpressive in my eyes. It kind of feels like, at first, it looks like a throwback to like a Hasbro figure in the box. And the feet are a little weird. The band, and people have complained the ankles are a little loose here, but not too bad. I use the stand, so I don't care. And the feet are bandaged, but it's an awkward foot. I don't know. It could have been done better. But here's where things change. When I took them out of the box, and actually, I put the bandoliers on, which by the way is impossible to connect one of the straps through the buckle. I don't know how Sideshow does it, but I couldn't do it, so I got fed up, and I ended up just gluing the not this one, but the one underneath. I just glued it on because I couldn't. I would have been here all day trying to get that strap on through the buckle. It was just too tedious. But once you take him out of the box and you display him and starts, you futz with his robe a little bit. I don't know, something magical happens, and then he becomes like my favorite figure of all time as far as Sideshow Star Wars. The sculpt is magnificent. It's magnificent. So, like, in the box, I was going to rate this thing about a 6. But now that I have him here, I rate him about an 8.5. And I'm so impressed. The weapons are beautiful. I have him posed at the moment holding his long speared gun, his shotgun. He has some flaws, like I said, with the feet and stuff, but, they're not visible. I mean, you can easily hide them. And once you play around with the robe and position him, you start to see the potential. Now, I got him on the base. Now, the base does look like a cookie, like some people have said on the forums. And it's nice. It's sand. I mean, it's over a regular base. But, once again, when you have him on there, you put him on the stand underneath the robe and everything. And, you can hide the fact he's even on a stand. I mean, if you just do that, you can't even tell. And it hides well. So you hide the feet. You hide some of the outfit's great. The buckles and the belt is great. The glove hands, the weapons are fantastic. The head sculpt is great. I think his biggest weakness is, the feel of the body. The body's not, it's that typical weird, bendy Sideshow body. Same thing like what people said with Boba Fett. And the feet. The feet are not great. But once that's all covered up, I mean, because it works for some reason. I don't know, when you display him, it's like all of a sudden, all the potential out of this figure is there. I mean, this piece here is great. Head sculpt's great. The bandoliers are great. The weapons and guns are great. The box that he comes in is right behind him. It's a typical Sideshow box. Nothing too fancy like, say like what Hot Toys does. But it's it's typical. And then here, inside the box is where you get the other weapons. You get his most known weapon, the staff here, and this is beautifully. This is like it's got like a metal look, or a weathered metal look tip at the end. Extra hands and gloves for different, holding different things. Trigger finger, open hands, that kind of thing. And I have the exclusive. So this is that exclusive weapon. That looks like a combination between his stick here and the end of the rifle. So, and it is from the movie. I mean, there are screenshots showing it to prove it. So, this is the pose here, if you see on the box, of him aiming the gun. And I'm kind of, that's kind of what I'm mimicking here. I might futz with it a little more, but as of right now, I love it. I love the look of this. And I have to say, at this point in time, I would say that this is one of the best original, I guess, A New Hope, I should say, release, because I know there's Clone Troopers and there's other stuff Sideshow has done that have shown great improvement. But as far as the original movie, I think it beats out Boba Fett. I think, as far as overall the look, I think it beats out Vader, and I think it beats out. I just drew a blank of who else I'm talking about. Several of the other characters, but I just think for the original trilogy, this is one of the best they've done. I'm going to probably pick up another one. I would like to get another one of him, so I can pose them different ways, holding to the different weapons and stuff. He is pretty articulated, even though it's a little clumsy. It's got that Sideshow body. There's a nice shot of him there piecing the other day. And if you look close, you could see the bandages and everything else, and look at that. I mean, that's all sculpted, but it looks real. I mean, it does look like bandages and straps and all that. And I'm really happy with it. And like I said, in the end, I scored an 8.5. I would have scored it almost a 10 if it wasn't for the feet and maybe a couple little minor things. But great job. And when you look at it all together, when you look at them and you're posing them and stuff, you can see the head's easily movable. I mean, there you go. It's almost Hot Toys quality as far as the sculpt. I mean, and the clothing is pretty good too. I mean, I haven't even distressed it or done anything to it, and I like it just as is. So that's my review for the Tusken Raider. I think it's a great score, and if this is showing signs of things to come, and the price tag's not terrible. I mean, it's over $100, but this could be had even with the exclusive. This could be had for under $150, so that's not bad. And for this, I do like some people regretted paying that for Boba Fett because they feel it came with a lot of problems. But with this one, I feel that it's worth the money, and you do get a really beautiful display piece here. So I'm very happy with him, and I'm glad I got him. And I will have more to add to my my army because, as we all know, Tusken Raiders travel in higher numbers. I think I got that wrong. I may not have been completely accurate, but anyway, greater numbers. That's what it is. Anyway, I wanted to show one more thing here. Yesterday I reviewed the Bespin Luke, and as promised, I did weather him a little more, so I just wanted to share that real quick. And some people have said that compared to Luke, the Tusken Raider's head sculpt looks a little like big and not in proportion, but I think they go well together, as you can see them both here. And he's got bandages, he's got all kinds of stuff, and we don't really know what they are underneath or what they look like or the size of their head. So he's an alien creature, so I don't have a problem with the way the heads look next to each other, and I think they're okay. But I wanted to distress and weather the damaged Luke a little more, and I've done that. So yesterday I showed it to you how it came out of the box, and today I wanted to show you what I did. I basically very subtly added some wet washes to his face to kind of bring out a little more, just subtle a little more of a damaged look. If you could see, let me just focus in there more. All right. So he's got his bandage, he's got his bruises that came with the head sculpt, and then if you notice now, there's a little bit of a glistening look to his face now. I added some sweat and a little dirt, just slightly, and onto the hair too to give it a little bit more shine. It's not all coming out on camera. Okay, but you could see like it's got a little more of a glossy look now, like a wet look. So it matches like his the sculpt of the hair being sweaty and kind of down. All right, and here's the outfit. And I did distress it some more. I added some dirt. Back up here. Okay, I'll be back in 1 second. This video is going to end because I reached my 10-minute mark, so I will pick it up in a minute. You'll see a little bit of an edit, and then I'll be back. Okay, so there we go. So, as I was showing the distressed look, I added, as you can see, I added some black wash, wet wash to the subtle weathering and dry brushing to the outfit. Not too much, just enough to, you know, give it more detail. You can see a little bit more under the arm there. Alright, and I added a little more weathering to the cut areas, a little more blood, just a little more, just so they're a little more pronounced. I didn't go ballistic or anything. And I think even on camera, I mean, it looks okay. It's showing up on camera, but I think in person it looks even better. Because you can see the detail a little better than what's showing here. And there's a little more I added to that wound there. And on that side here, okay, see I add a little more dirt and distress. And as you move down, you can see there's more, a little bit of a weathering on the pockets and on the kneecaps. So yeah, I add a little more blood stain there. So like I said, I did add a little dirt to the boots too. I didn't want to overdo. The boots are really nice, but you can see there's a little more of a, there's some dirt in there, just to give it a little more of a weathered look. Nothing crazy. So overall, I like him a lot better now. Just because I felt he needed it. It's not that I'm a genius or anything. I just, you know, and I've seen other people do it, and I wanted to do the same thing. But, you know, I just think he is a battle-damaged one, and I think it just needed a subtle, you know, it needed something extra, you know, and that's all I did. I just enhanced things. I didn't go nuts and completely change everything. And I just wanted to share that with you guys, because I said I was going to do it, and I did. Let me get a little closer to the face. Alright, yeah. There we go. Alright. So, once again, nothing too crazy. Alright. And I recommend others doing the same thing if you had this figure, because like I said, he is supposed to be, you know, a little more worn, a little more battle damaged, a little more weathered. And that's what I look to accomplish, and I feel like, you know, I feel like I did it. And it really, it stands out better when you compare him to the other figure that they give you with the clean outfit. You can really see the contrast now between, you could tell which one's, you know, during or after the fight, and which one is before the fight. More, you know, it's more evident now. You know, other than just having some rips and stuff. So there you go. Okay, so that's my reworked Bespin Luke, Hot Toys Bespin Luke. Still a great figure, regardless if you re-weather or not. And there is once more the Sideshow Tusken Raider that I absolutely love. This is the Star Wars figure of the year for me. That comes from Sideshow. I would say, you know, for Hot Toys, this is a fantastic accomplishment for their first Star Wars figure they've come out with. But for Sideshow, you know, they've been releasing Star Wars figures for a while, and this is right up there with the best of them. So, if this is any indication of how they're going to treat future figures, I'm all for it. Hopefully, they'll continue to get better with each, you know, with each release. And that's it. Okay, guys. So, Star Wars Week continues in my eyes. Still celebrating the you know, these figures and the future of Star Wars, like I mentioned in my other video, now that Disney has them. And I can only hope that one day they have a park where you walk in, and instead of the castle being in the middle, it's the Death Star. How cool would that be? Alright, guys. I sound a little goofier than usual. I'm just having fun. You know, I'm just happy because it's been a rough couple weeks around this area. So I'm just happy to be back doing this. And, you know, if it comes off a little, you know, silly, I don't care. I'm happy we survived the storms and the nor'easter, which didn't turn out to be too bad around my part. So that's it. On to Thanksgiving. Hopefully that'll be a nicer holiday, since we pretty much missed Halloween. But we're supposed to be trick-or-treating on November 16th in this town. So my son may still be able to get to go, and maybe I'll still be able to get to celebrate Halloween a little bit. But besides that, I'll be displaying these beautiful figures in my new case downstairs in the basement to hold me over in the meantime. Alright, guys, I'll talk to you later. Alright, next I'll be back with some more figures in the future. I got a lot of things coming. I have my Jason 7 that I am almost done, that I've showed pictures on the Sideshow forums, but I'm going to do a video of him soon. And I'm working on a very special weapon for him, so I'll be back soon for that. Alright, till next time, guys. Peace out. Later.